I'm going to share with you today the most frequently asked questions I get from people looking to purchase a home. Number one is, how much can I afford to spend on a home? And while I would love to be able to look at my magic ball and tell you that, that's not information that a realtor can really provide to you. That's why you need to go talk to a loan officer, a good mortgage company, because they're going to look at, okay, these are what your debts are, this is what your income is. That's not what the realtor does. So if a realtor is trying to sit down with you and tell you what you qualify for, that's not going to be right. Go talk to your loan officer, share with them what you're making, what your payouts are. They're probably going to pull your credit as well just to validate the expenses. They're going to tell you how much you can afford. Now, they're going to tell you what you qualify for. What you feel comfortable paying each month may be a different story. So if they quote you $300,000, but you're not comfortable with that payment, then have them work the numbers backwards until you get to that price point where you feel comfortable making that monthly payment each and every month. And then that's what you tell your realtor that you want to look for, is that price point. So what factors should I consider when I'm trying to find a realtor to work with? You want to find a realtor who has experience in working with buyers. We have a lot of new agents in the industry right now, and they're not the best at problem solving because they haven't encountered problems. So I would tell you to look for an agent that's been in the business at least 5+ years, someone who has worked with home buyers frequently, somebody who maybe has even purchased a home recently themselves, because I'll be honest with you, as realtors, we do this all the time, and it's a very emotional process for a lot of people, and it's also a very stressful process. And we're doing it all the time, so we don't take that into consideration sometimes. But if you work with someone who has recently bought a home or sold a home, they're more likely to get where you're coming from. I have done some deals with family members recently that were first-time home buyers, and they would call me up and go, I know this is a dumb question, and I'm so sorry to bother you. There's no dumb questions if you're buying a house. When you're spending $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 on a house, there's no dumb question that you can ask if you've never done it before. So you want a real estate agent who is available to answer your questions and who doesn't make you feel stupid for asking those questions. What should I look for when we're doing a home viewing or an inspection? So a lot of times buyers walk into a house and they get all caught up in the bright, shiny objects. They're oohing and on over the new paint job, the floors, the kitchen cabinets, the countertops, the shower, and that's what their focus is on, is the bright and shiny objects. And so as their agent, I'm walking around behind them and I'm noticing any soft spots in the floor. I'm noticing uneven flooring. I'm looking up the ceiling and I'm looking for brown spots, which would be signs of moisture. I'm looking underneath those cabinets to see, have the pipes leaked. Looking behind if there's a washer and a dryer there, trying to look behind the washing machine to see if they've ever had overflow that has damaged the wall behind it. There's just a lot of different things that you kind of accumulate over the years of showing homes. And so now when I run through there, those are the things that I'm checking out first. If a house has a basement, I'm always going down there. Does it have a musty smell when I go down? Does it have water lines on the walls down there to show that they've had water come in at some point? Do you have mold on the wall? Things like that. So typically, if there's some black growth in a corner of a basement, that'll freak a lot of people out. But a lot of times it's because that particular corner is completely underground. Normally, you're going to have a clogged gutter, or you're not getting proper drainage away from the house. So sometimes those are actually simple fixes, but they will freak some buyers out. So that's what I'm looking for when I'm your agent and I'm walking through the house. So as a buyer, those are the things that I suggest you look at as well. Don't just be wowed by the new shiny appearance. Look at the basics of the house. Look at the bones of the house and make sure that they have done a good job at what they're doing. How do I make a competitive offer on a property? Competitive offers are not always about the highest price. So just like I tell my sellers, sometimes the highest priced offer isn't necessarily the best. Making a competitive offer means making an offer that appeals to the seller. So it's not always you've got to bid $20,000 over list price. Sometimes it's, yeah, we want to do a home inspection. We're going to do it within 5 to 7 days. And unless there's something major on there, we'll take the house as is. So you just need to have an agent who knows how to word those things, who knows how to communicate with the list agent to make sure they understand you're not going to nitpick over a home inspection. But if it comes back that it needs a new roof, it needs a new HVAC, the electricity's not wired properly, those are going to be red flags for you. You're not going to go to a house that just got listed on the market today and make a full price offer, but ask for $10,000 in seller concessions. That's not a full price offer. Probably not going to get the house for you when it's only been on the market 24 hours. If you're needing seller concessions, you need to offer over list price, unfortunately, right now. If you are looking at a home that's been on the market for maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, then you may be able to offer the list price and still be able to get those seller concessions. Every situation is going to be different, but look at the overall picture from the seller's perspective and see what's going to make them the happiest and get you the house. So those are the most frequently asked questions that I'm seeing from buyers right now. If you have a question about buying a home that I can answer, feel free to send me a DM or leave a comment below, and I'll get back to you.